Okay, this is how I got all this box of parts and supplies for about $6. Yes, amazing, isn't it? Okay, now, here's the deal. I got laid off, so I was, real low on cash, and I got this van, and it was a escort vehicle, and for escort service, escorting large loads across the country. So I bought it with like 150k miles on it for $100, and it was in pretty decent shape. I had to put tires on it slowly, and then some drunk lady backed into me twice last Christmas, and because she didn't even look in her mirror. That's how you hit somebody twice in reverse, and totaled my front end out, so they put a whole new front end on the car. I also put a new windshield in, and anyway, it's still running. About 6 months or a year ago, I had it scanned, and they said that the transmission was like gonna blow up, and I have trouble believing that. I'm really careful with my cars. I do 90% of my work on my own cars, and I'm avid about changing transmission fluid and kits, like every 6 months, and oil when it gets dirty. I use a lot of synthetic products. I love them. Anyway, so I got all this. I use this for sifting out my tranny fluid. I use pantyhose, just like you do paint, to get any metal or objects out of it. Because this one has 302k miles on it. This is my moving stuff car. And so I'm going to take and only take out like half the fluid and sift it out with pantyhose, and then add fresh fluid to the other half and put a new filter kit in. That way the transmission does not have a stroke. Anyway, so here's what I got for about $6 of my own money. I got 2 of these. This is good stuff. It works for decks 2, 3, and 4, and several different kinds of cars. I really like this stuff, and it's called Max Life, and it's a full synthetic fluid. I love syn fluid. Excellent stuff, but it's really expensive. This stuff's like $8 a quart. So I got 2 of those. I got tranny filter kit. See, comes with a gasket and the little filter kit that snaps in for the transmission. And I got this jobber, 1 gallon, because this tranny takes about 14 quart if you empty the torque converter out, which I'm not going to. And so you come out to about 8 quart to refill. So I'll take 4 quart out, throw it away. The other 4 I'll sift it out, and then I'll put 4 fresh and put a new filter in it. And so when I went to the store originally to get the prices, today they had a sale, actually. The next day I go back to go get it all. I got this big thing of Syn oil, 530, and this filter, oil filter. Okay, they had on special day for like $25 for these 2, and this is usually like $30-something, and then this is like $5. So that was really a cool deal. I got that because it was on sale, and I could still afford to get my other stuff. It was such a cool deal. I was just going to get 2 quarts of oil and drop like 2 quarts of my oil out because I just changed it recently, but it's a little dirty. So let me tell you how I did this. When I went down to the church, if you go to your local church, a lot of them will help you with auto repairs. So you go down, you wait about an hour, and they will see you, and you honestly list your incomes, whatever, and any other people in the household, their incomes in whatever, a simple little form. And then they'll see you in about, an hour or less. And then you, tell them what you're going to do. And for me, it was like, they're like, so how much do you need for auto repair? Because we only got about 200. And I said, well, I'm going to do it myself. So they were like totally shocked. And which tranny kit's not a hard gig to do. So she said, well, what all do you need? Because you have to have, a list. And I told her what I needed. And she said, well, if you'll go and get a receipt, then we can pay on it. I said, well, I could go do that. So I went to the first parts house I could find around the corner. And so they gave me a big receipt. I took the receipt back to the parts house, and then back to the church lady real quick, and waited just about 10 minutes to see her. And so when I went back in, I showed her the receipt, and she wrote up a piece of paper. She said, well, we don't pay tax. And I said, that's fine, I'll pay the tax. I don't mind it at all. I just need a tranny filter kit and some fluid. So, anyway, she wrote it up. We did a little prayer there, which was fun. And told me that I could pick up my check at 10 o'clock in the morning unless I wanted to go ahead and use a voucher over at the parts house. And she said, bitches, don't go before 10. Well, so I waited. Went this morning, around 10 o'clock. And located the office. Told him I was there to pick up a check for O'Reilly's. And waited about maybe 5 minutes. And a very nice lady brought me an envelope out. And I told her, thank you so much. So I opened the envelope. And it has this is the check stub. I opened an envelope and it has a check stub in it with a check. And then it has a tax exempt form that they give me. Okay. And I was like, wow, that means there'll be no tax because it's a church organization. And so I go over to the parts house and pick out my stuff and find out that there's stuff on sale there so I can get a swinging deal. And went ahead and jumped on that because I needed another oil change anyway. I just did one recently. So that was really exciting. And so this is the place I went. And so I get all my bits together. They total it up. And it's about $2 short of the total amount without tax. So I said, well, hold on. Let me go back there and get, another quart of tranny fluid. So I ran back there, grabbed another quart of tranny fluid, which that stuff's like $8. And she rang it up, and then she said I owed her like $6, which it really was probably about $2. But that was all right. $6, nothing for a big box of parts and supplies. So there's all the stuff I got. Okay, and this is what I paid. And the check was for like $80. And then a no tax. Let's see, it was $79.11 was the check. And then I gave her $10 cash and got $3.36 and change. So that's how you get a whole bunch of parts really cheap. And honestly, I mean, they're there to help you if you're in a bind. And I'll tell you, I would have lost my transmission. And today, even though that scan said about a year ago that my transmission was junk and was going to blow up, well, still running at 302K miles. It's because I take care of my things. Tranny's running a little shifting, a little rough now. I took it down the other night and it was real muddy inside there, and I sifted my fluid out. And I decided I really needed to put a filter kit in and some new fluid, like half and half. I split it off half the other night and sifted it out, but it did improve, but it really needs a little bit more. I don't want to lose a tranny, but you can't clean them out complete because they'll have a stroke and blow up. So anyway, I'm in Lake Flynn, and I'm going to the beach. So you have a great day. I wish you great deals and great cars. And that's where I'm going, right there. See the beach? Yay! Hard work earns rewards. Love to you. Have a great one.